All right, we're live gamers. Welcome everybody. I am RDA, and we're gonna be playing some Pokemon Rumble Weekend Edition. If you've never heard of it, you're gonna hear about it now. We're gonna get right into it. Timing for most categories starts on the selection of any file. We're gonna do file B. B emoji in the chat, thank you. And on go, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So, Rumble Weekend Edition. If you don't know what Pokemon Rumble is a WiiWare game that came out in 2009 by the creators Umbrella, same people that made Pokemon Channel. And Rumble Weekend is a fan-made game that was, I think he started working on it around 2018, 2019, but it was fully realized in 2020. It was like when the first patches came out. And this is like pretty much the final patch of the game. This came out back in October. And with that new patch, it actually made the speedrun a lot faster and a lot more interesting. So generally in these in Rumble speedruns, we'll be in a rank. We have to enter stages to get powerful Pokemon, and we have to get a certain power to enter the Battle Royale. For this category, which is called Complete the Game, it's actually kind of it used to be more of like a challenge, quote unquote, speedrun than less of a speedrun that was taken seriously. And that's because EX, which is the hardest difficulty in the game, is just really, really difficult. The beginning of EX is not that bad, but the end of it is super, super hard and is really inconsistent. But a runner by the name of Jelly kind of I wouldn't say he found the strats because I'm sure it was like known and people did it, but I didn't know about it. But using certain moves are really, really useful in these battle royales, and that'll help later on in the run. So because we were able to make those late game battle royales consistent, we were able to have a category where you play all the battle royales and complete the game, and that's why the name is called that. So this is a tutorial. We're gonna see some similarities to regular Rumble. The tutorial and this whole beginning start is all the same as regular Rumble. But something to note that I don't even think was necessarily intended was the RNG for this game is a little bit more chaotic, to put it lightly. Generally, it's pretty consistent that you have to complete 3 stages before you can get the power that you need. But in this game, you can get the power that we need in pretty much any stage at any point in the ranks. Wait, oh dang. If I collected that Pikachu at the same time as that first text box showing up, it saves like a second. It's weird. But yeah, so we have like a general idea of how we want to go about each ranks, but if we just get lucky enough, we'll get the Pokemon to drop earlier, and it saves up to however many minutes it takes to actually get the power that you need. Generally, it takes about like, in this category, it'll take about like 3 to 4 minutes. Anything past that is like kind of slow, especially with the tools that we have in this game. So another thing to note, which was somewhat brushed over, the main reason this game was made is because Rumble was kind of a tech demo-y kind of game. They wanted to test out how like people received this kind of art style, and also it was still pretty new with like WiiWare and all that kind of stuff. So it was very tech demo-y. In the game's files, like in the coding, you're actually able to see all of the Generation 2 and 3 Pokemon that are not included in the main game of Pokemon Rumble. And that's because this is just a Gen 4 game, so I guess they had a time crunch and cut the other 2 gens out. But this game added back in, and that was the main reason it was made. There's a really big the speedrunning scene is relatively big for the size of the game's popularity, I guess. But it's definitely not as popular as the shiny hunting community for this game. The shiny hunter made this patch and made this ROM hack, and mostly shiny hunters play it. So huge shout outs to them. Let's put in some passwords. So after the tutorial, you're able to kind of do whatever you want after that. We're locked into using those tutorial Pokemon until after we beat it. But now we can use our password Pokemon. So I have a couple saved onto the Wiimote already, because I'm using a Wiimote. And particularly I'm using like a Pro controller that plugs into the Wiimote. It actually does save a little bit of time in movement because it gives you more range of movement options instead of just up, down, left, right. But this is this is Deoxys. It's a Deoxys speed, so it's really, really fast. It has speedy ability, which is kind of like regular like Pokemon abilities, except not really. Just Pokemon can randomly have a special ability that does a range of things. Sometimes it boosts the speed of them, sometimes it boosts the attack, the defense, however, whatever. There's a bunch of them. But this one is speedy, so it doubles the walking speed. And then we have agility. So Rumble stats everything in a dot system. I'm pretty sure it's 1 through 5. And that's including stats that we don't get to see, which we see attack and defense, but you don't get to see the speed stat of anything. But everything does have a speed stat. And in the base game of Rumble, the fastest Pokemon you can get is anything that has a 70 base speed, which is like Aerodactyl, Electrode, I think Rapidash, Alakazam maybe. There's just a couple of them. I just kind of like lost my train of thought. But anyway, I need to collect the power. So since I didn't get good enough RNG, I just have to do this kind of normally. Oh, that's good. So the way you would normally do this is you complete 3 stages, which we've completed the tutorial, and 2 other stages. And then we enter a 4th stage, and we just kind of kill everything. Since I got the power so early, and this will happen pretty much any time, the only way the game will save that you've collected Pokemon is if you either complete the stage or if you die. So we get the power, we die, and then we leave the stage. So that wasn't too bad. Nothing too crazy. That's actually like what you would consider good RNG in regular Rumble, but in this game, it's so chaotic. This is just fine. So the other Pokemon that I put the password in is Shaman. Shaman is not Rumble Weekend exclusive. Shaman is in regular Rumble. It's a password that you can use, and it's really, really good. Shaman, I'm pretty sure, has pretty close to that 70 speed stat, so its walking speed is not slow. And this move I'm using is really strong. It's called Seed Flare. And not only is it like a generally good move in terms of just how big it is, but also it can lower defense, which will make a lot of other instances very helpful, especially later on in the game. And the reason I put in the passwords instead of just saving them onto my Wiimote, which is what I did for the other passwords I have, is because I want to buy certain moves for these Pokemon later on, and you can't buy moves for Pokemon that are saved onto your Wiimote. You have to take them off before you can do that. So it's just a little bit more worth it to put the passwords in and then do it then. And this is the Battle Royale. So the Battle Royale is just as it said, kind of like Fortnite. You get it, and you generally, you generally have a set of bosses. Is usually in a set of 3 or 4, and there is like about 8 or something Pokemon from each stage in the rank. Even if you haven't gone to the stage, they'll show up. You kill them all, and there's certain numbers that we are trying to get to in order to like hurry up the process of finishing the battle royales. That one is really basic. So pretty simple. And here, I'm trying to get a plus attack move. That's not it. That's okay. Not the money. Okay, so since I didn't get it here, I'm gonna get it a little later in the run because I don't need it until later on. It's just a little bit like faster to get it there. So we're in rank B now. Rank B is in regular Rumble, you're able to get the power in the third stage if you get lucky enough. So it's like one of the only stages you're able to actually get a little bit of a sequence break. But again, Rumble Weekend, it can happen at any time. I'm pretty sure even like wild Pokemon that are in these stages could be the power that we need. Ideally, it's just the boss will drop because that's the only thing we really want to kill. And there's also factors that can go into like whether or not knowing a Pokemon will drop. If a Pokemon is shiny, which this is the only Rumble game that has shiny Pokemon in it. So if it's shiny, it'll drop always. There's also a sparkly tint. It's like there's literally like stars surrounding it. If you get that, it'll always drop. And sometimes if you stun a Pokemon, so if you hit it and then it kind of looks like it got stunned and it's wobbly, then you can also make it drop. Or you can just get lucky. But generally for this category, the main like premise of the speedrun is actually a lot different in this category, let alone this game, just because the power grinding and everything is very, very minimized with this game. And we'll see that in a bit. The first 3 ranks are very similar to Rumble, other than the fact that you can get the power whenever. But once we get to rank S, which is the 4th and last rank you would normally go to, is where the differences in Rumble Weekend and Rumble also start to show. I also do the order in particular methods, so generally all the stages on the right are shorter. It's kind of weird, but it just is. So not only do you save time in the movement, but also the bosses are generally weaker. So we take into consideration the defense of the boss and how short the stage is, and then we go there. And obviously, the more stages you complete, the more likely the power of the Pokemon to be strong. Yada yada. Ooh. Kadabra, be a friend. Ah, dang. All right. So we finished our 3 stages. We're gonna go into the stage again because, unlike Rocky Cave in this rank, all the Pokemon in here are decent. Something that we have to also take into consideration when we're getting power Pokemon is the Pokemon have to be like kind of good. And it's kind of weird to say it like that, but it just is, because there's some Pokemon that just won't be the power, and it's not really worth going for. So a lot of the Pokemon that are in Rocky Cave, which is the stage I went to last time, are not that good in rank B. So killing the Pokemon in this stage is a lot more consistent. Obviously, we're not getting it. That's okay. This Bidoof is a good Bidoof. He's a good lad. He's shiny. Dang, dude. Not getting the power. He has Gutsy ability, which is why I'm using him. Gutsy makes crits happen more likely, and crits make it so that you can have more chances of getting a Pokemon to drop. So, do the math. Oh, there we go. Okay. That 4th, the bottom electrode, the little sparkly one, that one would drop if I killed it, but I don't want to drop. I don't need it. So. Go into all of our weak Pokemon and take that L. And move on. Pretty consistent this is so far. I think I was somewhat talking about it before, but the Deoxys that we use is really, really fast. I know I said it before, but I didn't say the stat like number because I said 70 for the regular Rumble stats, but not for Deoxys. So Deoxys normal walk speed is like 95, I think. So just by itself is just really fast anyway. So yeah, the speedy and the agility really helps make it even more fast, and it's crazy how much faster you do the stages just because of that. And he has a sky attack as his other move. It's not good luck. So this battle royale has 4 bosses instead of 3, and we have to kill one of the bosses before we can have the last one spawn. So generally, I just kill the golem. The AI for the Pokemon is not like, it's not bad necessarily. Like, it's kind of manipulatable. You can kind of tell where they're gonna do, but a lot of times they'll just kind of be like running around aimlessly, or they'll go run away from you or something, and that's not what you want. You want them to run towards you. Run into this big circle. And also ideally we get this defense drop relatively early, which was decent. We can tank a hit here. And Machoke is really strong. How the game balances like password Pokemon, you have to maximize their power before putting them onto your Wiimote. And then whenever you're in these earlier ranks, you can see they're maxed out to the next, like to the number lowest of what the next power that we need is. So the next one is 400, so we have 399. And it'll keep doing that until either the power is fully maxed out or we get to EX, and then all the powers are maxed out anyway. It's so fast, man. It's very not daunting, but it's shocking almost to go from doing Rumble, especially like no passwords, to this. It's very, very fast. See if he drops here. If he drops, I feel like it's like more than likely the power, weirdly enough, but RNG-A is really inconsistent in general, at least for normal mode. And there's 3 modes, I didn't say that, but normal, advanced, which is the middle one, and then EX. They added GX, which isn't a, it's not like in the settings, it's we get to it in game, but there's 2 different GX. There's a GX in normal mode and there's a GX in advanced mode, and it's a big part of why the speedruns are a lot faster. Even any percent for this game is a lot faster than any percent for regular Rumble. The world record for any percent passwords in Rumble is 29, and the world record in this game is 23. And it's definitely not as like optimal or anything, so it could definitely be faster. Just shows the power of Deoxys. And all of normal mode is Gen 1 Pokemon, because, like I said earlier, Rumble was originally just, it had Generation 1 Pokemon and Generation 4 Pokemon in it. And this was also before Arceus, so Arceus is not in the game. He added Arceus in the game, in this game, Rumble Weekend, but he's not in regular Rumble. But yeah, so normal mode is just Kanto, and then advanced is Sinnoh, and then EX is a mixture of the 2. Boss drops, that's okay. When I said A rank is inconsistent, it's mainly because the Pokemon that we can get is both like not terrible, but also not good. So we can somewhat not go wrong with picking any stage that we want to get the power. It's just always going to be inconsistent. So sometimes you can get the first room or second room. That's good too. We take those. Or sometimes you just don't get it. And I've had both of those things happen. But that was good. So this is the last normal rank that we'll see. Everything else is going to be a little bit fast. We'll just say it's fast. Because it is fast, you know? It is fast. And you'll see why it's fast. This is not a terrible start. The A rank Battle Royale is definitely one of the easier ones. Except for the bosses. The bosses is like the only thing that make it kind of difficult. But even the AI generally, they're not doing it right here, but generally they work with you and just kind of get hit. These guys did not work with me though. Yeah, they spawn in that circle, and this rank, for whatever reason, they just really like to walk towards the middle most of the time, which is helpful. Aw, oh, dang. Jeez. It is RNG, like what Pokemon they choose from the stages. So like I got a lot of Charmeleons this time. Sometimes you can just get none. Sometimes you can get literally whatever is in the stage normally. Oh, that was unlucky. Okay. So Shaman has a really good move to do basically stun locks on pretty much anything. As long as they don't have a move that comes out faster, which is more of an issue later on you get in the game because the more difficult, I guess the difficulty is, the quicker they move and better they react, and the moves just come out faster, and they charge less time. So it's a lot easier to use it in the beginning game. Need to be a little bit more smart about it later on. All right, so now we're in rank S. But once you beat A rank, you unlock GX in normal. So GX doesn't have a battle royale. It's just these 6 stages. The battle royale trampoline up there just goes into Silent Forest. But in this, in normal, all the stages are really, really short or just don't have anything else other than the boss room. So I want to go into the boss room and I want to collect these Pokemon. Make sure I don't die too early. But I want to collect these Pokemon because they're really strong. And they're really strong, and they'll make it a lot easier to get the power that I need, on top of just getting the power for possibly other ranks as well. So with this most recent, this isn't going well. With this most recent patch, he made the Pokemon in these GX stages a lot stronger. They were originally not that strong, like around 400 power. But all of these are pretty strong. Oh my gosh, it's so unlucky. I actually need something other than that. I need 1600, ideally. Okay, maybe. No! Oh my gosh. Okay, we're good. All right. Oh, it hit me away. Okay. All right, so we got our 1600. That's really good. So we're gonna go to title menu because you can't exit out of the area other than just go in title menu. We're gonna go Deoxys because it's really fast. We're gonna go to rank S because since we got that 1600 power and it's not doing the power cap thing that the password Pokemon do, we can enter whatever rank we need to now. So advanced mode is more difficult than normal mode. All the Pokemon are a lot more powerful. Yada yada. But since we already got 1600 power Pokemon, we don't have to do rank C, B, or A. Other than just go and beat the Battle Royale. Because we already have the power that we need. That's unlucky. So, similar to what we just did in rank S, we got our power, and then we just go and beat the Battle Royale without completing any stages. And that's the main reason why this game is a lot faster than regular Rumble. If you were doing just a regular 80% run, if you were to beat the unknown in that first room, they would be around 600 to 700 power, and that would be good enough as well. But doing it so that I got the 1600 power now, makes it so I don't have to go back and do it when we beat the game. So we'll save a little bit of time going into advanced. And this is the rank S Battle Royale. So these are the burbs. Everyone's favorite. Wow. Articuno is definitely the most troll, but that's okay. That beginning was like really sus. So that's okay. We have great backups. Deoxys is not only fast, but also really strong and has a strong move. That also is basically a stun lock. As long as the Pokemon has like, wow, that was actually crazy. As long as the Pokemon doesn't have super armor, which is like you hit them and they don't die or move or whatever. As long as you don't have that happen, then you can pretty much stun lock anything. It's a little busted, but... And this was a little sus, but we did it. I was really surprised that Earth Power just killed my Deoxys, but that's okay. Alright, so normal mode, done in 27 minutes, casually. Love to see it. So this is, unfortunately, an unskippable part of the run. Grab your popcorn, grab your water, don't forget to hydrate. You know, stretches are also good. Enjoy the nice music. Whatever Pokemon you win the Battle Royale with is what stands on the podium, so Garchomp just getting congratulated for anchoring. But so the speedrun community for Rumble is actually pretty cool. Gonna shout out them a little bit. It is not just me. There's a runner named Akiri. There's Jelly, like I said earlier. There's Bebo, JP, Whom, if you know Whom, he's done some runs of this. Not Rumble Weekend, but Rumble. Rumble Weekend is still really new, so there's still lots of categories and stuff like that to run in the game. There's a lot of collect 'em all categories specifically because the game was kind of made for that. Category extensions, you name it, this game has it. Guides, all of it. So if you ever have any questions or if you've ever been interested in picking this game up, you definitely have come to the right gamer. Now we got to advanced. We have more mysterious Pokemon. But yeah, so since we got the 1000 Pokemon, good job. This unknown is also a decent option to have as backup if I were to die, which I could have went and bought a move, but it's not really worth it. Ideally, you just use like Shaman Deoxys if you need to. So yes. So now it's just a gauntlet, pretty much. We go into rank C, do the Battle Royale, rank B, do the Battle Royale, and rank A, do the Battle Royale. It is possible to get the power that we need for rank S in that stage that we're in, like the first go of the power grind with the unknown. It's just unlikely to get the power that you need there, like to get 1800 power. But it is a much more consistent way to do it, and we'll just do it later. And it's also helpful that we have our password Pokemon, because if we didn't, we would just kind of only have our one Pokemon. Generally, with Rumble, at least, there is a separation of categories between passwords and no passwords. But since this game is kind of revolved around using these passwords and stuff like that, there really isn't a differentiation unless you're doing collect them all or something like that. Because, you know, just go as fast as possible. If you want to do no passwords, definitely just play Rumble. Okay, that was a pretty decent defense drop there. So if we get like right in the middle of all of this chaos, we can just get him in the stun lock. And we got all of them as a defense drop. It was really nice. Sometimes you can just not get a defense drop, and it's kind of annoying. All right. And all this money is also going to be kind of helpful. Ideally, we don't have to use too much of it, but the more the merrier. Whoops. No, it's just going to go. You can swap into Deoxys for the probably like a couple seconds of time save. But it takes about like 3-ish seconds to swap into a Pokemon, so give or take. Wow, that was a really good rank B. All right, and onto the Battle Royale. I'd say around this Battle Royale is when the Battle Royales actually start getting a little bit more challenging. There are some Pokemon in here that you need. So you can get either Swords Dance or Growth with Shaman, and we're going to try and get that later. So Magnemite, and I don't remember all the other ones, but I know Magnemite is one of them, that if you have that attack boost, you're able to one-shot them, but if you don't, you can't, generally. There are ranges and stuff like that, and crits that can happen, of course, but I'm pretty sure, for the most part, you won't get those kills unless you have the attack boost. This is kind of weird. Okay. But these bosses are kind of annoying. The first two are more annoying than the last two. Oh, okay. And more so just Bastiodon, because Bastiodon's bulky. I am using Bastiodon in my Shining Pearl playthrough right now, though. The game is pretty good if you have not picked it up. If you like Gen 4, you will probably like it. But these two are the other bosses, so just like, you know, in the other rank B, there's 4 bosses, but to kill certain ones in order to play this one. You actually don't have to kill all the bosses in order to spawn the other two. You just have to kill all the other things that spawn in. So generally, I ignore everything except for the bosses once they spawn in. Like, I'll try to always be hitting the bosses, but if you're not hitting the bosses, it is okay, because they usually are hitting each other. And they don't do that much damage to each other, but it's better than nothing. And those barriers are also pretty helpful, especially later. They do a lot of damage when you hit Pokemon into them. They do like some damage to you, but not as much. All right. So that's rank B. Now to rank A. Oh wow, we got the power. So fast. All right, so this battle royale, I pay a little bit of attention, just a little bit. Like I don't usually, unfortunately, like you should obviously just make it to the end with Shaman most of the time, but this one's kind of hard. It's honestly like a little harder to make it to the end than rank S is in some cases. It's really weird, and it's mainly because you don't have as many type advantages in this one than the other ones, because like all these Toxicroak can show up, and there's a bunch of other Pokemon that can show up because this is only the first wave. But also, and mainly, all of these bosses do a crap ton of damage to you if you get hit by them. And they have like really big hitboxes. Togetic exists. Togetic is one of those Pokemon that has super armor. Generally, those aspects come with moves. So Pokemon get carried by the moves that they have in this game. It's very much less so the actual Pokemon. There will be a couple instances where like I want to get so like later in the run I'm gonna maybe hope that I get like a Deoxys or a Gengar because they're a little faster, but any Pokemon that has the move that I need later on is going to be a friend of mine, because the moves are what make the Pokemon in this game, not the other way around. Which is kind of funny, because generally, like, even if you don't have, or especially if you don't have, like, Stab or something, it's not that good, but not the case for this game. You can also hit, like, anything with any type, so you can hit Ghost types with fighting types and normal types and other way around, ground types. You can get hit by electric type moves. All that fun stuff. It was actually a pretty decent way to deal with all those bosses. It definitely could have gone a lot worse. There's a lot of Tentacruel. Okay, that's actually decent. Over here. Darkrai has a weird charge where, like, you can sometimes outspeed him, but sometimes if he, like, instantly starts charging his attack, you have to get out of the way. Well, that's pretty good. We didn't die. Alright, so now I gotta play some other part of the game again. I know. Cringe. But this is gonna be like a big setup point so that we can finish the game quickly. So hopefully we get some decent RNG here. So the power that you need in this rank is 1800. So since we don't have that, and I don't want to go into these stages, we're gonna go into GX, just like last time. But these stages are a lot more. There's a lot more going on in these stages. I'm actually just gonna do this. I'm gonna play a little safe. I generally just go to one stage and hope I get all that I need. But I'm gonna go here, and if I get what I need, great. And if I don't, that's also fine. Because the more stages you complete, it's still... Nice Arceus. Dang, I didn't get the Arceus to drop. You hate to see it. Oh, nice. I got the power. Okay. So I got the power. That's good. So since I got the power, that's one check mark done. Now I gotta get Nightshade. So Nightshade is like the sole reason why this category and complete the game, all that stuff is a thing. It's very, very niche in pretty much any part of the game except for in EX, and more specifically in EX 3 and 4. Okay. So I want to complete this stage because I want to be able to buy Pokemon, and you can't buy Pokemon until you complete a stage. So I'm going to complete this stage because this has most of the Pokemon that can learn Nightshade in it. And then we're going to buy Pokemon until we get enough Nightshade. I can also get Nightshade on this Deoxys that I have right now. That's also another option. There is no more movement sections in the game after we get the Nightshade, I guess, here, because we already have the power. So after this, we don't have to use agility really, so we can replace it with Nightshade or something like that. Or really, that's the only thing we would replace it with. So. But these Pokemon are really strong. In the old patch, these used to be like around 400, 500. But yeah, now they're like closer to like 20 or 200. No, that's not the number either. 2,000. So, buy some Pokemon. Nice. Good. Okay, it doesn't have the move. Lucky makes it more money, makes it some more money drops. It's interesting. Okay. Alright. Dang. Okay. Come on. Come on. Dang. Okay. Let's get Shaman the move I need. I need to get not that. Swords Dance or Growth. It is I could go back to rank C. It's a little bit more likely to get it then, which is kind of dumb, but it's true. But I can get it here. Another thing that is like kind of different is the amount of money that we pay for moves and Pokemon in GX is a lot lower than it would be. And he also lowered the amount that it costs in GX as well. Because usually it'll cost like 6,000 to change a move once and like another couple thousand to buy a Pokemon, but he changed it to 256 for both. Okay, this is going great. Alright, we're gonna go to rank C and buy that because that's not working out. And I'm buying all these Deoxys because it's just more likely that I'll buy a Pokemon with the move than actually buying the move, which is kind of dumb, but it's true. Dude, really? Okay. Punchy, neat. Kind of unhelpful because I bet that Natu will have Nightshade, which is kind of useless. We do want the power to be relatively high, so the way that Nightshade works in this game is, it does damage based on your power, but it also does damage based on the power of the Pokemon you're attacking. So the stronger the Pokemon you're attacking, the more damage you'll do to the Pokemon, even if you're kind of low, which is interesting. Okay, we got 2. Very good, very good. All right, let's go to rank C real quick. Buy our move, and then we will move onward. Oh, I didn't even do that. Actually, I think I had to do that. Kind of forget about that stuff. All right. Shaman. Nope, that's not Shaman. Shaman. There we go. I'll try buying it here just to see what happens. Okay. So 2 Nightshade Pokemon, that's good enough for me. Generally, I would recommend getting a lot more than that. In Battle Royales, you have 3 lives. And in EX, you technically have 6 total lives. So you can get 6 Pokemon with Nightshade, and hopefully that'll help you out. But ideally, just 3 will do. 3 or 4. Alright, so we got our power entering here. And I'm going to use Shaman. Shaman's still pretty good for the Battle Royales so far, like right now. The Pokemon are not strong enough yet to need Nightshade. but we'll need it soon. Okay. This is one of the worst parts of this Battle Royale is this first wave. Cherim, Driftblim, are like the biggest trolls, but then also Pokemon like Staraptor, Lickitung, Ambipom, even Bibarel, they all move, or they do their attacks relatively fast, so you can't just willy-nilly do your attacks. Snorlax is not great because it takes like 4 hits. I want to try standing on this left side because this is the wave right before the bosses show up. And no matter where you're standing, the game will continue on doing the things. So you can sometimes just stand in a really unlucky spot, and like just a Pokemon with a good move spawns like right on top of you, and you'll get hit by it. Very unlucky. I try my best to make sure that doesn't happen because I've had that happen a lot in my days. That was actually really good. I can't believe this Rotom's still alive. Okay. So Mewtwo is really, really strong. Generally, I just kind of let it do its own thing. So I'll go over here, like go behind it so I don't get hit by it, and let it kill everything, basically. It's really strong, so do your move. Come on. There you go. Hitting into the wall is definitely helpful. Nice. Okay. Alright. So that's advanced. Now we're going to get into EX, the difficult part. This is also the only place you're able to collect the lake guardians. So that's kind of neat. Alright. So, the way EX works is that there aren't ranks, it's just one room, there's the 6 stages, and they can, the stages themselves can give you anything between Pokemon from rank C in normal to rank S in advanced. And it's just random. The Battle Royales, though, are less random. So it basically copies all the Battle Royales that we've done up to this point, but it makes the Pokemon a little bit more powerful. So right now, since it's EX1, it's definitely not as difficult. The Pokemon die a lot quicker, and they aren't as smart, but they are definitely still better than advanced AI. So while this looks like fine and easy, if I get hit too many times, I will die still. So I do want to make sure I'm not getting hit. Because the way EX works is that since there's not many other ranks, or any other ranks, period. Ooh, that was the wrong move! Since there aren't any other like places to go to, they do 2 rounds of the Battle Royale. So there's EX1-1, and then we'll do EX1-2 after this. So we have a total of 6 lives and 2 Battle Royales that we have to do. So as you can see, I got hit like 2 or 3 times and I'm already almost dead. So and it's definitely not as bad for this to happen in rank, or in like 1 or 2, for EX1 or 2, but I definitely want to have Shaman alive throughout the first one so that I can have pretty much full health going into the last Battle Royale. Let's go up a little bit more safe, and if I die, I'll just use Deoxys. Luckily, EX1 is not as difficult, so it is a little bit more lenient. That was unlucky. Razor Leaf sucks. All right. At 50. Not too bad. Definitely could be worse. Finion. I'm using a Finion in my playthrough as well. This wasn't great. I do need to. I will like generally just find myself focusing a lot more in these later battle royales, so do pardon that. Got all these Rotoms. I didn't mention it when we did it the first time around, but yeah, all the Rotoms are the gimmick of this first one for advanced. So it's also very different for that reason. Battle Royales definitely did their own kind of thing in advanced comparatively to normal. Ooh, that was rough. Or close. Ah, that was unfortunate. So if you mash, you're more likely to like get out of the whatever status affliction you have a little quicker. So I do be mashing sometimes. Okay, I got one worse. So yeah, that's EX1. We gotta do that 4 or 3 more times. You unlock each one after you beat it. Pretty simple stuff, man. Ooh, that was close. This one is deceivingly hard. I recently have been having a lot of troubles with it. Because, again, man, if you get hit like once or twice, you're basically almost dead. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Unless you get hit by a Voltorb. That's fine. Sometimes Pokemon can like be doing an attack, like if they're using rollout, if they hit like into the wall, they will still have a hurt box surrounding them when they get knocked back, so you have to be a little careful of that. It's really lame. You'll see it more in like EX3, honestly. That's where you see it for most of the time. Have to be a little bit careful here. So I definitely would just die to one hit of that at this health too. Okay. What a snipe. That Seadra had a sniper ability, man. That was crazy. Don't hit me. Okay. Shadow Ball has a weird mechanic. Okay. That like bounces off of things, so it like doesn't have just one hitbox, so it'll like hit something and then bounce off of it. And you can hit something else. Definitely have had that go wrong a couple times. Alright. Good. And I forgot to mention it because I actually can't hear my game audio, but this game has really good music. I've been Spiriting Rumble alone since around 2014, 2015. And I still don't get tired of it, man. So now is when we're actually going to start using that attack boosting move. Okay, nice hitting the wall. Proving my point that it is stupid. Okay. So, Swords Dance is actually like the lesser of the two, because you can get growth. Growth is definitely better, but it's only better because it is faster, so it doesn't like do anything different in terms of damage. I just have to be a little bit more smart on when I use my Swords Dance. And careful. Because most of the time, it generally isn't that worth it until EX like 3 or 4. The ranges of damage that you can do to the Pokemon is usually still like a 1 to 2 hit, even if you have the attack boost. So, okay. This Hippopotas is no. Hippopotas, man, he was trolling. Try not to get hit by him. All right. Again with the cleanup. It's okay. That's usually where I end up dying anyway, as well. Bastiodon has a really fast move. Like, the move that it uses comes out really fast, and it also flinches, and doesn't have much end lag as either. It's just kind of really good for for no reason. Oof, this almost hit me still. Jeez. All right. Ooh. Okay, let's see how this goes. EX3 turn round 1, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. EX3 in 1 go, question mark? Believers? This is not a terrible start. A lot of weak Pokemon in here. Machoke is scary. I was done. Okay. No! I knew that was gonna happen! Because I didn't get that defense drop. It's really unfortunate. That's why Machoke sucks, man. He has the super armor, and also has Bide, basically. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Okay. Do that. A lot of unlucky instances there. It's okay. So now, I wasn't kidding. It is literally like 3 hits and you're dead. It's not even the last one, either. Okay. And I definitely don't need Shaman in order to do this one. It's just a lot easier and faster. Even if you die that early, it's still a lot faster to use the Shaman than not. The defense drop really makes a difference in the long haul. If you're trying to save time instead of just finish it. Choke was coming. He was trying round 2, man. No mucks, so that's good. I definitely don't want to get hit by these bosses. They do a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna play a little safe. Nice. Seal is another one with super armor. What'd I say? Super armor's busted. Okay, I think I stun locked him. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. That was helpful. Okay. So now we'll just see how long I can make it with Shaman. Sometimes I can win with Shaman. Others, not. Ah! 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 Oh my gosh, so much charging around me. Wow. Spaced that beautifully so that he didn't get hit by that. Definitely getting out of hit radius of this. Run, 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 run. Alright, the Togatics are not that cool, but they didn't troll me. Whew. That Lopunny got punched. Okay, I'm gonna try and optimize this a little bit. They don't usually do this. They usually just only go for me, so this is kind of interesting. So in order to spawn like the rest of this battle royale, I have to kill one of these bosses. So Infernape has close combat. That's why he does like a lot more damage to him. So usually he's the first one that goes. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. Get away from me. So the longer Pokemon stay alive, the faster they'll run, and also they'll like go for you more. Nice. Look at that. 411 damage. I'm dead. The Drapion has a decent move as well. Okay. Probably... I mean, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Sky Attack is also really good. Comes out fast and all that stuff. Multiple hitboxes. So if I die, I'll go into my Nightshade Pokemon, because that Garchomp that I have, it's another Password Pokemon that I use for backup. That Garchomp does not do a lot of damage to these Pokemon at this point. Ooh. Confuse Ray? Or not Confuse Ray. Water Pulse is like deceivingly one of the scariest moves in the game, because it can confuse, and confusion is very bad. Especially in a Battle Royale. Okay, but that's EX3, so we're gonna get a little bit of a tease of, oh, you beat the game, but wait, there's more. So we're gonna go back into EX. Now we have to be EX4. And this is the last Battle Royale. So there's EX4-1 and 4-2. The segment itself, like if I don't lose, takes like around 10 minutes. But time is just whenever I touch the coin in the last Battle Royale. So not this one, but the next one, whenever I touch the coin for that. And we'll see how that goes. So, this is EX4. This is going pretty interesting so far. I actually did not start this the way I usually do, because I always forget that I generally want to start with Nightshade. But this is okay, I can still work with this. This is also valid. It's just a little scarier, because I kind of want Shaman for the last one. But if I lose Shaman, it is okay. I have 2 Nightshade and Deoxys. That's great. one more, come on. Come on. There we go. So yeah, the move that was one-shotting everything, two-shotting everything, is now taking multiple shots. Okay. Don't hit me. And also, nice. Probably wasn't the best option there, but it's okay. Alright, we'll try that again, but I'll do Nightshade this time because it's technically the better route. Alright, I'm gonna use this one. Bayonet is technically a little worse than Deoxys. And that just is walk speed. It's a little harder to get out of the way with this. But, alright, so this is Nightshade. So the strat that we want to do with Nightshade is a strat that we usually want to stay away from, like in general battle royales. Range attacks are not that fast, but they are generally pretty decent in the game still. We just don't like to use them in a speedrun sense. But since this is so chaotic and so inconsistent as well, Nightshade has a really, 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 really big hit radius, as you can see. And it also has such a quirky aspect to it in this game that it is very, very, very helpful in this difficult battle royale. So though it is not the fastest necessarily fastest strat, I guess, it is definitely helpful, very consistent. There are very few other strats that you could do that would really outdo this in this stage of the run. You could do Earthquake as well. Earthquake is another pretty good move, but it would take a lot more hits to kill things with, because it's just the gap between of power for some reason is just ridiculously high. That was also really scary to get hit by that. Almost Star is one of the spooky ones to get. But on top of just having to make sure we don't get hit and all that stuff, we also need to make sure we don't run time. It's an afterthought in most of the time, but in EX3 and 4, if you're trying not to get hit too much and you don't actually have the time to finish it, you will just lose. Oh no. Okay. So we have to make sure we're collecting the clocks enough and not not zoning too hard so that we can still finish it in time. It is relatively generous. The one that is the most difficult to finish it under time is the last battle royale, so less so for this one, more so for the next one. This is not great. I'm going over here and collect this clock. And Nightshade is also helpful because it doesn't matter about your attack stat or anything. It literally just matters how fast you are, and more so just, and honestly, I'm dead. It's okay. Just the defense stat is also really helpful because sometimes you can live one of those hits. I don't know if you can actually live an Articuno. Articuno is pretty strong, but sometimes you can live one or two of these hits if you're bulky enough and if the Pokemon was weak enough. Okay. That was pretty unfortunate, but I will do this a little differently since I only have one Nightshade Pokemon going into the last Battle Royale. Because ideally you want at least two. That's okay. Okay. So we kill these three. That's the last of this wave, I guess, of EX4. Then we're going to go on to the next one. I'll let you know if you should get ready on time, because it really is hold your breath until I actually kill Mewtwo. Okay. I kind of have to start like this. All right. I usually start with Nightshade, go into Shaman, and then close with Nightshade. But again, I only have one, so that was scary. Going over here. Nice. These Drifblim are literally getting knocked out of my hit radius. Oh, this is... I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh my gosh, I didn't die. Wow. They just didn't attack. Because they definitely had the opportunity to. or got hit. I mean, okay. This is a little sus. These clocks for sure. Ranged attack Pokemon are not that great until they're far away from you, and then they're annoying because you can't get in. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to. Hopefully, I survive long enough. Okay. Yeah, ideally, you kind of like get them to cluster up like that, so you can just kill them all. Oh my gosh. Okay. I also need to be wary of like where I'm standing and how many Pokemon I need to kill, because I don't want to spawn, or like I don't want to be standing right next to a Pokemon right when it spawns and have it be unlucky. Which kind of almost happened, but we're okay. I'm a little not too crazy about this time I'm at right now, but we're chipping away. Gastrodon though. Okay. It's 2. I think I'm near Gligar, which is scary. Or no, I'm not. Okay. Run! Oh my god! Oh, don't do that. I get these clocks. I'm running away because I need some more time. So now I have to kill one of these guys in order to spawn the last boss. I wonder who the last boss could be. Don't stop moving. Or stop moving, I mean. Oh my god, okay. Alright, run. Get behind him. This is kind of close. I don't know about this time, to be honest. I might not have enough time to do this. Ooh. Okay. I need that clock so bad. Shoot. I think I might have lost it, but we'll see what happens here. I can... If I can hit him into the wall, I might be able to... Oh, with the flinch. Oh, this is so close. Okay, good. All right, so time's when we collect the coin. All right, GG. A little scary. And time. GG. So that's complete the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. I always get stumble over words because there's so much action at the end of this run. I'm just sweating. But I hope you liked the game. This is a really, really cool ROM hack. Let alone Rumble itself is a great game. My favorite of the franchise. Lots of Rumble games. So, if you want to learn more about Rumble or Rumble speedrunning, there's a Rumble Discord. Check out this SRC account for it. Leaderboards. You know the drill. I'm getting tongue-tied. But yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning in about 12 hours from now doing regular Rumble with no passwords. So, I'm going to let you guys go on to the next game. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.